Curtis, not the return from injury you would have wanted. How do you assess that performance tonight?
I'd like to say frustrating. It's more annoying, if I'm honest. Probably a bit upsetting in the fact that, you know, they're a decent footballing team, but the game was pretty much won on second balls, on a bit of extra work, going the extra yard, tracking back, getting men behind the ball. You know, they went 1-0 up early, which allowed them, you know, to defend the lead. So we've got to obviously accept that. But it's another case of, if we don't get that goal to get back into it, we're going to become more stretched. And I think in the second half we wanted the reaction, yes. I think we tried to get a bit more in their faces and get up against them. But I felt that sometimes that would go forward, and then, you know, when it comes to the tracking back bit, it wasn't as clear. And, you know, I don't mind if we go into that mode in the last 10-15 minutes, but it's a long half to allow second balls to be falling to their midfielders, you know, when we're nodding it down and stuff like that. So it become a bit frustrating. But ultimately, as bad as we were, Lincoln played well and deserved the win.
Things changed very quickly in the second half. The ball goes in at one end and the flag goes up, and then it goes in at the other end and it doesn't. So it changed very quickly on that, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a reaction. It's not accepting disappointment, accepting disappointment and going again. It was just a sucker punch after you think you've just got into it. You know, the adrenaline of thinking you've scored, and then to see the flag up, it obviously is frustrating, but you have to carry on. And you know, I think he was able to get the shot away. It was fortunate in the way that it fell, but that's what happens. You know, if you get yourself in the right position, he worked hard to get in that position and he managed to get on the end of it. So fair play to House for that goal, but we're just more disappointed that the way we basically handled our game, handled our second balls, handled the nasty bit of the game. I think we have to be disappointed in what we did. Football wasn't bad, but ultimately, you know, had probably our good chance was Tom Barkhausen in the second half at 1-0. A massive chance, yes, but we need to create more chances with the amount of ball we have, and that's the thing. The longer you don't do that against teams that, like I say, they're not a long ball team by any means, but they have players in their team that they can play forward because they're quick, they're strong, and they're picking up second balls. So yeah, it's a lesson, another lesson learnt for us, which unfortunately we're having too many at the moment, and it's time to start giving other people lessons about what we do.
On a personal note, 90 minutes into the tank after a bit of a period out, how are you feeling after that? Yeah,
fine. I think your body feels a lot better when you win that game, if you're honest. But yeah, I've come through unscathed, a few bumps and bruises, but yeah, I'll be ready to help the team put it right on Saturday.
Yeah, big game on Saturday, because 2 defeats now, you don't want this to turn into anything like a rut, do you? So it's going to be important to bounce back against Wycombe.
No, 100%. Two different manners of the defeat. You know, the Plymouth game was highly disappointing, being 2-0 up to lose 3-2, especially at our place. And then today was unidentifiable in the way that, like I say, we lost those battles. But yeah, we have to go again. Games in the EFL come thick and fast, and Wycombe aren't going to give you an easy time. It's going to be direct. It's going to be second balls again. So let's see if we do better on Saturday.
And also, the Queen obviously passed away late last week, someone that you had the pleasure of meeting. Was that something that touched you a little bit?
It was, of course. I think I'm along with probably 90% of the population that I've only known this Queen. Only known this person as a head of state. So yeah, it was obviously upsetting. I think if you're myself, I consider myself a proud Englishman. If it doesn't affect you, then you're kidding yourself. So everything that was done today, I thought was very classy. I enjoyed singing the national anthem in honour of our Queen, and yeah, may she rest in peace.